Second. Okay. It started.
Let me actually pull up the season thing. What?
Come prepared, Belakboy.
Hi, welcome back to the Rest Stop, your extra unofficial recap of Global All-Stars. My name is Matthew, aka Belakboy, and I am joined today again by Nirupam, aka HugeAsMammoth. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing really good. How are you, Belakboy?
I'm doing good. I just woke up 30 minutes ago, but I'm ready to record the Rest Stop. So
Exactly.
we are partying here. Unfortunately, Clover Bish is not able to join us today. She has been eliminated. She called our guest today an ungrateful cow. She's also recording España All Star. No, there was just a time conflict, so she will not be able to join us today. But we do have a very extra special guest with us, all the way from Drag Race Germany. We have Metamorkid.
Oh my god, hi!
Hi, welcome to the Rest Stop. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. Well, it's a lovely midday right here. You guys are in the middle of the night, so thank you for doing this. And I also want to say right away that I asked to be here.
They did.
I watched the girls on the TikToks and on the things. And sometimes when I feel really bad, I watch Belakboy's video where he says that I am the most interesting contestant of 2023. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And I said it, and I say it again. Yep.
And you said that with a straight face.
Shut up. He ate. Thank you very much.
So we, of course, are here today to talk about the recent episode of Global All-Stars, what was it called again? The No Place Like Home Challenge. But before we get into that, Metamorkid, I do want to ask you, have you been enjoying Global All-Stars so far?
Well, yes. Of course. Lovely. It's beautiful. RuPaul called me. I have enjoyed a lot of the queens. I think it was a great showcase for a lot of queens. I don't think it quite turned out the way that the producer thought it was going to turn out. But I did enjoy it for being one of the messiest seasons we've probably ever had. Because mess.
It has been just pure absolute chaos, for sure.
Yeah.
And we also kind of asked this of every one of our guests that we've had on the Rest Stop, but do you think that Tessa Testicle was a good representation of Drag Race Germany?
No.
Was she a good choice?
No, I'm just kidding.
Name one better. Metamorkid.
I couldn't name one better. No, she was incredible. And I think I'm so proud of her, especially because it shows that your track record on your original season doesn't matter. She went there. She even said it in this episode. She went there 4 months after we filmed. I think I would have literally just died. Like, I could have never done that. And her going back, having this horrible experience on Drag Race Germany and excelling so much here is beautiful. I mean, she had a horrible experience. She was in the bottom 4 times. We couldn't get rid of her. They had to get Pandora Nox to get rid of her.
Do you feel like if you had been up against Tessa in a lip sync, do you think you could have won?
No.
Well, shut up. That's so shady. It depends on the song, I would say, but I would say I've never really enjoyed the bottom a lot in that season, so I don't know what that's like. Do you know this video of Naomi Smalls being like, it must be so embarrassing when you have to write the lipstick message on the mirror? Like, I would be so embarrassed.
It's all right.
I think I would lose. Yeah. I think I would lose. It's fine. I can admit.
It's all right. You'd get the chance to do the lipstick mirror message on Global All-Stars too. No.
Well, if they reintroduced it, they don't do it this season, do they?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Right.
Do you think that the producers think that the non-English speaking girls don't know how to write in English?
As Serena Chacha once said, speak English.
So after kind of watching how this global season has been playing out, do you have a strong desire to return to an international All-Stars?
I do. I would say specifically this season, I think it would be interesting to do now a second season just to kind of dial back and make it more interesting for the international queens. I would be very interested to go on a second season where the producers are like, okay, we cannot just support the English-speaking girls. We really need to see how this is going to turn out. And I think I would have a better time if they are in our corner, not the English-speaking girls' corner.
I honestly think most of the fandom would actually enjoy it more too if they were more in the
Yeah.
international girls' corner.
But it's a double-edged sword, you know. At this point with Drag Race, it's like if somebody does incredibly well, people don't really like that. It's better that you are doing horrible at not horrible, but that you're midway the entire time, and then people will love you. I mean, Nehellenia, who was doing incredible this entire season, arguably came out of this season better than if she would have excelled the entire time. So it's a double-edged sword on what you really want.
Yeah. And we even, on the other end of that spectrum, we even have a queen like Vanity Vane, who she started off with a win, but then she was in the bottom for 5 episodes. But she's still probably a fan favorite this season. You know,
absolutely.
The track record...
Because of her wet hair in the confessional. Everybody just loved her for that.
But it's kind of like interesting how we see that nowadays track record doesn't necessarily dictate how the fans feel towards a certain queen. But I do understand what you're saying when you say that, like, consistently being in the top might actually make you look worse in the eyes of the fans, and that's why Metamorkid lost.
Yeah, I think you had a very interesting YouTube video when you talked about España All-Stars. And you said it's not that what was her name? The winner of that season?
Petita.
No, the All-Star season.
Sethless,
who did incredibly well, but there was that one win that was unjustified.
Fully.
And then suddenly her entire legacy now is, well, she's an undeserving winner, even though she did incredibly well. So I think it's really difficult at this point to genuinely just be on an All-Star season. But I would love to do it. World of Wonder, I love you. You're my people. Yeah.
If there is one other girl from Drag Race Germany besides yourself that you'd want to see back on Versus the World or Global All-Stars, who would it be?
Well, absolutely Yvonne Nightstand, because I love her so much. But I think she deserves... Oh, yeah, well...
You watched the season.
Yeah.
I love her. I think she deserves everything in the world. But the most interesting development, I think, would be a person like Lele Cocoon, because she couldn't really show a lot on our season, and she looks incredible. I mean, she just opened in Berlin for Chapel Rowan.
Oh.
She did?
Yes, she did.
Oh my
God.
I
think she would be an interesting person to see on television if she can excel at her second try.
All right, are you guys ready to finally get started and talk about the episode?
Yes, ma'am.
We have to.
So, of course, let's start at the beginning of the episode, and let's talk about Kween Kong apologizing to Nehellenia for what she said last week during the Untucked. I did want to ask you guys kind of your opinion on this interaction at the beginning of this episode, what your thoughts are on it, and then Meta, I would also love to hear your thoughts on kind of the situation that happened last week.
I think that the situation last week was kind of crazy because... to me, it's a little bit crazy to go on a drag television show and call somebody a man and think that that's like something bad. It was so weird. And then also, she reposted a story on Instagram where she was saying, where somebody was saying, the favoritism was so much this episode and Kween Kong should have won. And I was like, well, baby, I would not repost that if I saw myself on that season, because you were on the receiving end of that favoritism the entire time. So it's like a weird kind of thing. But, you know, I think it's a really, really, really smart thing of her to go into this episode and apologize. Do I know if she meant it? I don't know if it matters. I think she saw herself in a position where she was like, this is not, I don't want to be like that. And that's fair enough.
I just love how she apologized, but then in the confessional, she's like, it doesn't matter what I think, like implying that she still doesn't think that Nehellenia deserved the win. It's kind
Yes.
of like, okay, like
No,
you're
see-
standing by what you said, you know. But
No, see,
it's-
Queen is giving herself a storyline. She's giving herself a redemption storyline. She's
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
well, you know
Because
what?
she's-
Good for her.
Hey, that's why you're Team Queen Kong, Niru.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
Jefferson.
actually, I really love Queen. Like,
Yes.
let's get that clear. Like, I adore Queen because I've met her. I mean, I only get to meet her during drag cons, but she's just always been so nice, and just, I love her. I've always loved her. We're just talking about what we see on the show, but I love her. Like, if she wins, I'm not gonna be mad because
Yeah.
compared to
Say her name.
compared to Kitty, Queen has actually been doing really good in the competition. So if she wins, like, I'm not gonna be mad. Just saying, it is what it is.
All right.
Metamorkid, you're gonna find out that Niru Palm actively hates Kitty Scott
Actually,
Claus.
today I have
hates,
positive
loathes-
things to say. I actually was like, wow, I liked what Kitty did this episode. It's very
Wow.
shocking. This is like my storyline. It's
This
been
is your
building
redemption
up.
era.
Oh my god, when we had Santana Sex Machine for the Snatch game, Niru Palm was going in on Kitty Scott Claus, and Santana like actually came in and defended Kitty during the Snatch game performance. Like
Iconic.
I always have constructive things to say. Let's get that. Well,
Yes. Well, yes.
yeah, 99% of the time. Okay, let's get that.
You did give Kitty a Clover last week, so that's a win.
That's true.
That's-
It's like the redemption is slowly, the storyline is being set up.
So let's move on into the challenges. And of course, this episode was entitled There's No Place Like Home. And all of the girls were asked to create sort of a travel advertisement for their respective countries. This is very similar to sort of the advertisement challenge they did on Down Under 2, where they had to market their home cities in a fun and witty and creative way.
Yeah.
And let's, of course,
That
start...
Spanky should have won.
No, Hannah deserved that, but we don't have to get into this.
I thought Spanky was funny, but...
So let's, of course, start first with Tessa Testicle, who is actually representing Switzerland. And Metamorkid, I did want to ask you this. There has been a kind of common theme with Tessa this season, even though she's representing Drag Race Germany, a lot of her references and styles have been inspired by Switzerland because that makes sense. She's from there, she lives there. If you were on Global, would you have done mainly things from Austria, or would you have tried to lean into like that German side?
I would have also represented Austria most of all because that's my country, and I think that a lot of I don't want to be that person, but I feel like a lot of parts of the world just think that we speak the same language, so we're just the same. But I always say it's as if you would say to an American queen, "Well, why didn't you do Canada? You also speak English." Like that's the same. It's the exact same. And I think that this entire season we had a lot of conversation about what it means where you come from. And in Germany, the thing is just that Switzerland is really small and Austria is also really small, so we needed to go on Germany. But I loved when Tessa said on the main stage when RuPaul said, "Why didn't you do Germany?" And she was like, "Because I don't know shit about Germany. I don't know them. Whatever." So I loved it. I would represent my country most of all because wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, same, because similar situation with Nepal. I'm from Nepal, so.
Yeah.
Why do you say with an accent? I'm from Nepal.
But yeah, like it's interesting that you bring that up because we have had a lot of conversation in this season about what it means when we say home and whatnot. And I feel like that sort of single comment from RuPaul asking Tessa Testicle, "Why didn't you do Germany?" I feel like in that moment, RuPaul kind of pigeonholed all German speakers into the country of Germany, which I think has kind of been a running theme for RuPaul, where she only has one specific idea of what these queens can represent.
Yeah.
They haven't
also-
updated this particular clone. I'm telling you, this clone needs a little
It's still
update.
running
need
on
to change the
2.0 yet.
batteries.
Yeah.
I also, the thing is to me that I think RuPaul's image of Germany is probably the same as Switzerland and Austria. Like it's that Judy Garland. What is the movie called that Americans love? and think that this is Austria. It's the
With Judy Garland?
not The Hills Have Eyes. The remix.
No.
Oh, Sound of Music. Are you thinking Sound
Sound
of
of
Music?
Music.
That's
Yes,
Julie
yes, yes.
Andrews, girl.
It's
What
Julie
do you mean
Andrews.
Judy Garland?
Julie
I don't know her
Andrews.
like that. I don't know her personally, but she was a lovely girl. Yes. I got my Julies mixed up. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lewis.
Lawrence.
Oh, I got my Jennifer
Jennifer
mixed
Lewis.
up.
I haven't seen that
They even
movie
had
in
a
years.
challenge on Drag Race where they did the Sound of Music, and
Yeah,
they were
Sound
like
of Music.
Salzburg,
Yeah.
Germany, and I was like,
Yeah.
that's a different country, but you tried, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
At least it's the thought that counts.
Yeah, and I also love that RuPaul was saying to Tessa, it would have been so funny if you just pointed at the map and said, I don't know where Hamburg is. What
I
a
think that
great
would've been
tourism
funny.
ad.
I agree with
you-
that. That would be funny.
You know who I blame? Diane Brill.
Girl, she don't know what Germany is either. It's fine.
That's
Not
what
even speak-
she hung out with RuPaul way back in those cocaine days, and then she didn't educate RuPaul. I blame her.
It's true.
Oh my god. Meta, I do have to ask you, and I promise we will get back to the challenge here, I promise. But I have seen online so much discourse about how Diane Brill's German sucks. Do you agree? Was it bad when you were on that season? Was it really bad?
Well, yes. She basically doesn't speak the language. She had a translator in her ear, and she would just say random words stacked. Yeah, it was really weird as a Drag Race judge because we were like,
Mhm.
I don't know if she likes me or not or what she's saying, but she was moaning at the end, so I guess it was fierce. And I am obsessed with her. I love her so much, but she don't speak German, bitch.
And she was still a better judge than the other guy.
I don't know her like that.
I forgot his name.
Giovanni.
Well,
That's not his name.
Giovanni.
Oh, can I be honest for a second? I think she was
Go
just
ahead.
friends with people at WoW, and they were like, well, we're gonna put you in this little show that we have going on. And good for her, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Go on. With that discussion in mind, Metamorkid, what did you think of Tessa's commercial?
I lived that she was like, I'm gonna dress up as a cow again because RuPaul loved it the first time. I think it was kind of like she got a little lost in it. I think it was also her first time doing that kind of a challenge. So you do get a little lost in the beginning. I remember when we did the ad challenge where we had Wurstwasser. For the first time, I got really lost in that challenge. But the second time when I did my thing with Yvonne, I already had kind of a grip of it, and I understood, okay, it needs to be snappy and short, and it needs to be just like jokes stacked on each other. I think that her representation was a little one note. It was like, we have cheese and chocolate, and you can hide your money. And we have cheese and chocolate. Did I ever tell you that you can hide your money here?
Well, because
It's
what
like,
else is there in
oh.
Switzerland?
Yeah. And we have cows and a mountain, the Mutterhorn. She got a little lost, but I had to giggle. Let's be honest.
Nirupam, what are your thoughts?
I like the cow puns. I laughed at that. I was like, okay, it's not that bad. Like, that's what I thought it was. I was watching it. I was like, okay, I'm laughing at the cow puns. So, you know what? Like, I enjoyed it. I thought it was, we'll come to that, but I thought it was fine. Like, I laughed twice. Still, I laughed.
I'm sure you laughed more than some other people's ads.
Also, can I point out one thing right away because I just thought about it? The difference in editing between these commercials is crazy.
Yeah.
Because when Tessa starts, it's like, who edited? Like, what the fuck is going on? Did Kitty do this on Canva before we hit the runway? Because it was cuckoo. Girl, 1, 2, slay, bitch.
Canva sponsor is crazy. Okay, you have, first of all, Facetune last week. This week, Canva. Next week is CapCut.
Yeah,
And
of course.
editing the
yes.
lip sync themselves.
It's
And they
the
had me
holy
cracking-
trinity of drag.
They had me cracking up too when they made all the girls like say these little like one-liners about Canva, and they're like, "Oh, Canva makes it so easy to edit things." And then they had like Nehellenia like use the translate option for saying like "my Italy" versus "mia Italia." It's like, okay.
I lived. I was like, what
Oh
was
my
happening?
god.
But to get
Oh
back
my
to my
God.
point, Tessa's was edited so badly, and
Mhm.
then Alyssa's,
Yeah.
that was the tourist board of USA came in
Right.
and sponsored that one because it was edited to the maximum capacity.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like there was a moment in the episode, I don't remember when she said it, but Michelle Visage was there where she's like, you know, we're not here to sabotage you. When they were like filming the episodes, I think she said it to
Oh, yeah.
Nehellenia. She's like, we're not here to sabotage you. And I think Michelle Visage specifically is not there to sabotage them. But the girls in the editing room, let's just say all the ads
Also-
are not created equal.
I
Yes.
don't know how like particularly it works, but I also think the girls create storyboards
Mhm.
for like the RuPaul
True.
season. So maybe Tessa's storyboards were also a little hocus pocus, which is
Mhm.
why like the editing may have also, you know.
But can I
definitely
imagine
agree.
Alyssa Edwards writing down all of that?
Yeah, I don't I don't think she's
Like
doing all that.
Alyssa's
I
like,
like
baby, do a little USA, do
Yeah.
a little red, white, and blue, honey.
I like to imagine
And they
that
say good.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that Alyssa just kind of like rambles things randomly in the editing room, or sorry, in like the work room when they're recording, and the editing room just has to like try to like, what does she mean? What does she mean by this? You know, like.
They're like Nehellenia, they have to use the translate button.
What does she mean
Mia
by
Italia.
Mia Italia? I don't know.
So weird. Just say pizza. Girl, just stick with
Just say
pizza.
pizza.
Margarita
Girl,
pizza.
just say talk.
Say dog.
So up next, representing the United Kingdom, we have Kitty Scott Claus. Metamorkid, what did you think of her commercial?
I kind of liked it. It was funny. It was snappy. You can recognize all these things very easily, which is something that Kitty and Alyssa have in common. It's like we all know these places very well, and they have been marketed to us very well. It was funny. Do I remember any of it? No. I just remember something about pissing in a phone booth.
Yeah, that.
And Michelle being like, I've never heard of that, because she's from the UK basically, because she was on Big Brother once. So yeah, I remember that.
She hosted Drag Race UK once, and then all of a sudden she knows all of the entire
Well,
country.
now she's from down under, honey.
Yeah, Michelle also gets judged Ireland Got Talent.
Oh,
Did she?
It was so random. I was watching like clips, and she's judging Ireland Got Talent, but it
Yeah,
got
she's from-
canceled after 1 season or 2 seasons. But she
well,
was-
I can relate, honey.
this was my like second favorite of the night.
Wow.
Yeah, like
Second
okay,
place for Kitty Scott Claus from
it's
Europom.
kind of
Who
like
would've thought?
close because like it was like, let's say first, second, like together. Like it was very close. Like I
Mhm.
enjoyed it, and I actually found it not funny because I didn't laugh, but I actually found like it gave what the challenge was asking. Also, wasn't her girl group verse also about pissing or farting? What was it about? Gas?
For which
farting?
season? This season for
This
Global?
season, yeah.
It was about cheesy chips.
Oh,
That's
okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. 'Cause I was like, girl, why are you so fixated on pooping and farting? But okay, so yeah, I actually enjoyed it. This is the first time I'm saying this, but I enjoyed what Kitty did in the challenge.
Wow. It only
Yeah.
took 10 episodes for you to say that.
Growth is
Live.
what we call this.
So I'm actually even going to go a little further, and I'm going to say I thought Kitty should have won the challenge.
Yeah, this would have been her first deserved win, but I agree.
But I do think that this was her best performance in a challenge yet, I will say, for this entire season, which I was very happy for her.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I like Kitty, and I want to see her do well, without production favoritism at the helm, you know what I mean? Oh. Well.
Well, she Bentley crammed herself. It was
Wait,
lovely,
sorry.
gal.
I
My
was saying
bad,
too
my
many nice
bad,
things
my
about
bad.
Kitty. Neopalm had to leave. I was being too nice to the flaws.
It was too much.
But yeah, I thought that she did really well. Although the runway, we will get to the runway. But no, all about all that. But I did like her performance here. I thought she had some funny jokes, and
Yeah.
yeah, I really liked it. And then moving on to Down Under, we have Kween Kong enter. Metamorkid, please.
Boo Boo the Fool. I was like, I mean, I don't know a lot about Australia, but I was like, what is she talking about? What are these places? And then I was like, Anaconda, Spanky Jackson. I remember that. Are you riding a kangaroo? What? What? I was so confused from beginning to end, and no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for trying. This is just not your challenge. Like the first time you did it, it was also not really giving.
Yeah.
It's just not your thing. That's fine.
This was somehow worse than the first time she did it. Like she didn't even learn from what like went wrong in the first like when she did it first time. She
Very
actively
that.
did worse. And it was just like Michelle said, like it was more about the sisters than it was about her. And it just was not good. Also, like this challenge is basically asking them to be the stereotype.
Yeah.
They could like literally just be what is famous in Australia?
The Opera
Michelle
House.
Visage.
Ivory glaze falling.
Yeah, like you could just be like a stereotype, and you would do really good in this challenge. I think Manila Luzon would do amazing in this challenge. But yeah, I thought Queen did really bad. Love Queen.
What she was fighting a swan?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that an Australian thing? Do people in Australia just go out and fight swans? Like, what is happening?
I think it was just like the reference to Anaconda on Down Under season 2.
Yeah,
because she fought the swans in this advertisement challenge.
But when
Oh,
Hannah did
okay, I
it, it
didn't
was
get
funny.
that.
So yeah, exactly. It was funny then, but I don't know. Maybe just like swans in Australia are just like extra aggressive. I don't know. I've never had to fight a swan before.
Yeah,
You're just walking around and you get knocked down by a swan. Is that how it is?
what a great tourism ad! I want to go there. Let's go.
But I will say though, like the one thing I know about Australia is that like the wildlife and animals are just trying to kill you at all times.
True.
So I kind of see the vision there. But yeah, Queen's ad, I will say my favorite part was her riding around on the kangaroo. I thought that was really funny. That she was just kind of like just trotting there on the kangaroo.
Yeah. The green screen and like the effects has gotten worse. How are we at like the 100th season? This is like 200, 300 seasons at this point. And the green screen work and everything has just gotten worse.
Yeah.
They didn't even try to match in the background. Like they were just floating in the scene.
I don't know if I can talk about this, but whatever.
We can edit it out.
Loves you. They almost gave you a wowie. So, when we did a challenge, the ad challenge in our season, they did not put the backgrounds in yet. We watched it with just the green screen, so we didn't know what it actually looked like.
Really?
So because it took them a long time to finish it up. So I don't know. You know, they only have one day of time, and they need to edit all these videos. So I don't even know if they saw their videos until literally when the episode came out.
Oh my god. So you're telling me like that one famous, this like historic, iconic scene from that advertisement challenge when Pandora Knox is coming in a tube, they didn't know what the background looked like then?
No. Well, they just gave first of all, iconic. You sound like a producer on that show.
So you hate Pandora Knox.
Wow. Well,
wow.
Yes. Did you not see the video of the crowning?
Which they deleted, by the way. I live.
Did they really?
Yes.
Girl, I'm sure it's on Reddit somewhere because I love that video.
Yes, it is.
What was it? I didn't watch because I kind of hated Germany. I'm just kidding. No, I liked Drag Race Germany, but what was it? I didn't watch.
finale reaction.
Like the
Yeah.
live
You
crowning.
didn't see it. Was one of the best moments of my life, actually. And
Oh, because you were angry. I remember that now. Yeah. you
I
were
I
like,
totally like knew that I was not gonna win, so I was like, "Oh, this is so nice! Like I'm not gonna win." And then it happened.
Mhm.
Do you want to talk
Although-
about it? Because I'm gonna talk about it.
We don't have to get into it if we don't want to, but that is one of my
Yeah.
favorite videos of all time. I'm sure
How
you
can
It
I
were
was
find
just
very...
so genuine. And I talked to Cam Hugh from Drag Race France about it,
Uh-huh.
and she said to me, "I loved it because you actually wanted to win." A lot of queens now are so scared of the fandom that they're like, "Oh, now I need to act," and then the camera cuts and they go backstage and they go, "Well, she didn't deserve shit." And it was not about Pandora winning. It was just that the edit of the final episode, I didn't think I was gonna win before seeing
Yeah.
it, because I was like, well, the odds are stacked against me. Lovely. But when I saw the episode of the edit and then the lip sync to Rise Like a Phoenix, I was like, girl. And I just looked over to Yvonne, and Yvonne looked at me and said, and then I looked to Kelly, and Kelly said, and I said, "Oh my god, I'm gonna win Drag Race. Oh my god, like I didn't expect this. This is crazy. Oh my god, how am I gonna react? This is crazy." And then I just heard Pandora Knocks, and I said, "What?" It was really funny.
Do you consider yourself robbed?
Honestly, no. I think at this point it was more needed for Pandora to win because of a political like Drag Race as like a statement. It was much more needed for an AFAB queen to succeed on her level, just for the show to finally be like, well, we are kind of overlooking an entire group of artists based on our rules.
So
the
you're
thing
saying
that
they chose women over non-binary people? I see. Okay.
Well, yes. No, the thing is, what I hope that this didn't do, because we haven't gotten AFAB contestants since Pandora Knocks now, and I hope that they did not do this to be like, everybody calm down, we crowned the woman once, now we're done. I want this to be like the start of a new era where it shouldn't matter as much anymore, and Pandora absolutely deserved it. I think either of us absolutely deserved it. Not Yvonne, but it was lovely. Yeah.
Drag Race Germany, it's only a one-time thing. It was only a one-season thing, so it's going to live on in iconic.
Even Belgium got 2 seasons. What do you have to say for yourself?
Not literally, girl. And I didn't even get a blue check on fucking Instagram.
Did they promise you a blue check mark?
Yes, they do. And it's every girl from my season has a blue check except for Yvonne and me and Nikita. But Nikita's not that active on Instagram. We're in the finale. We were in 12 episodes. I don't get it. They just keep being like, they keep rejecting us. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what's happening, but I want my blue tick. I even thought about doing it as my entrance line on All Stars. I'm just here for the blue tick.
Okay, guys, shut up and let's get back to the episode.
Wow.
That was my Clover Bish impression. She was... So, Clover eliminada. Tu se elimine. So, returning to the episode, let's now talk about Alyssa Edwards' commercial, Metamorkid. Please tell us your thoughts.
Loved it. I think it was Nero went. Love that kind of stuff. I think it was just quintessential Alyssa. I loved it. I think it was great. But I almost loved her recording it more, because her after every sentence saying, "Was the timing right? Did I put the syllable? But did you get the joke on the hot dog?" Now, Michelle, if you had to grade me, what grade would you give me?
Yeah.
I was obsessed with that. I was like, you won in that instance. I don't need to see the video. I don't care.
RuPaul, what are your thoughts?
I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? Oh no!
Like, it wasn't bad, but it was also not like winning material. Like, it just, I didn't like it, not a single laugh escaped my body. Like I was just not. I didn't like it. I have no other like critiques. Like I just didn't like it. And I'm not saying that because like I actually enjoy Alyssa and Alyssa's humor, but I just don't think this was good.
What do you think was bad about it?
Everything.
Do you think she should have been in the bottom over Tessa and Kween?
Kind of, yeah. Like I think that she should have been low, like at least low. I just didn't like it. Maybe I need to watch it again, but I don't want to watch this season again. But it's just like I just didn't like it, and I know people in the comments are probably going to be angry at me, but it was not my cup of tea. I didn't find it funny.
That's fine.
I just didn't care.
Yeah.
It's okay. We can.
And if you ask me anything that she said in the challenge, I don't remember.
That's true.
Like people find it funny because Alyssa is saying it. I think that's what it is.
Of course.
But I don't even think her like Alyssa-isms were up to a 10 here. I think this is like a subdued Alyssa.
Yeah, it just not for me. I didn't. If I was to rate it out of 10, I would give it like a solid 4.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you, Fifi O'Hara. Let's go to Belakboy.
Love Alyssa though. She looked amazing. She looked really amazing.
Yes. The look.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, in the commercial, it was like absolutely gorgeous. Like, you know, like I said kind of earlier when we were talking about Kitty, I wouldn't have given Alyssa a win, but I do think like I would have put her as high. Like I think she did really well here. I can't remember anything she said like you guys mentioned, but that's why I'm not giving her the win because I don't remember anything that happened. But I do think she actually did pretty well here. I think they just wanted to give her like that last minute win because she hasn't won a challenge since like the first episode. So this was kind of like their last minute push.
Well, she should have done better in the season then.
Yeah. Come on. She should have made a better dress for the cocktail party. Like
I just think that like Alyssa is a legend. Like she's an icon, a legend, right? She's an amazing. It's okay if we accept that she's not good at Drag Race.
Right.
Like it's fine, you know, because Drag Race is not indicative of like a good drag queen. Alyssa is just a good drag queen. Like she's just amazing at what she does. It doesn't translate on Drag Race, and that's fine.
Yeah,
I just think that
I
like
say the same thing about Yvonne Nightstand. Yeah.
I would argue the other way around.
If they really wanted like a US queen to crown, Peppermint would have been a great choice. I think she would have just done great in the like show that they wouldn't even need to like push her. Yeah. Especially now that her like drag is elevated. Like I just think they should have picked someone who's actually good at Drag Race. Because right now, like this kind of feels like, oh yeah, you're kind of fading in the background. Let's give you a win.
And plus, I also think it would have been a good choice to have somebody like Peppermint. I think they should have chosen an American queen who hasn't been on All-Stars yet to kind of like even the playing field at least a little bit. I think that would have been a good choice. But yeah, like I completely understand what you're saying. Like Alyssa has a track record now in global where she's never placed below safe. Yeah. But I do agree with you. I think like, you know, sometimes it's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing if a queen is good at Drag Race. I almost paused at the wrong time there. I was like, if you're not good at drag. Just kidding.
Also, like,
but like Drag Race is not the indicative, is not the like number one criteria to define what makes a good drag queen and what defines good drag as an art form, you know?
Thank you. Yes, very that.
If they really like wanted to pick someone who's good at Drag Race and is also from like a classic season, has a lot of fans, Detox would have been a perfect choice. I don't know if she would want to come back, but I think Detox would have been like really great.
Did you see her tweets?
No.
From All-Stars 9?
Oh yeah, she didn't want to come back now. Yeah,
when Roxy Andrews was on All-Stars 9, like Detox tweeted where she was like, "Oh, I'm starting to get the Drag Race itch again," and then Roxy lost, and then she was like, "No, I don't want to come back anymore." Actually,
yeah.
Do you have that same reaction now that Tessa has gone home, Meta?
No, not at all. I mean, if you can make it to top 5 from the season that is stacked against you, you're that girl.
After being low for 4 episodes in a row, yeah.
Yes. No, it makes me kind of glad that I didn't go on this season. Also, I was not asked to be on this season,
Okay.
but I'm kind of glad I didn't go on this season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you were in this season, Athena would not have been in the pork chop.
Because she wouldn't have been there. Great. No. You gotta hate that. You hate that.
That's fucked up, Niru.
That's why I said it.
So then finally, we have our Italian goddess, Nehellenia. Metamorkid, tell us what you thought about her commercial.
Did you realize in the beginning she talked about the pizza thing?
Yes.
And I love that she
Yeah.
like without saying it,
That's why she
like
didn't win the
shaded
challenge.
them so hard of being like, well, we don't just eat pizza.
Yeah.
But then she was like, we eat all these other things, ha ha ha, Sailor Moon and blah blah, I'm so funny. But I was like, no, what she really meant was, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Anyways, here's what you need from the challenge, because I'm excelling at everything that you have thrown at me, even though you do not see me at all.
Yeah.
Do you remember in this season? I have to talk about this. In the season where they once were like, Nehellenia didn't expect you to do well. And I was
During
like,
the roast?
yeah, and I was like, you told her last week that she was really funny. And then this
Yeah.
time they told her she was really funny again. I think they just keep not remembering who she is. Like, they're like, oh, which one was that one? There's Alyssa, there's Kitty, there's Queen. I had to think about it for a second. And then there's
Alyssa
the
Edwards
rest.
doesn't remember her name either.
Yeah, period. As long as Alyssa remembers her own name, I'm happy. I think it was great. She did the challenge. She did exactly. She leaned into the stereotypes. I was interested in what she had to say. I had to laugh at times. Do I sometimes think that she is putting on an act? Yes. Like when she was the art thing, where she was like, heart.
Oh.
Heart. I cannot say the word. It's a heart. I cannot say the art. I'm a pink jellyfish.
Nehellenia is watching right now.
As she
She's gonna
should.
DM you. She'll be like,
Yeah, no, and I love her.
I will say, Nehellenia is actually one of our most dedicated watchers.
Not you guys warning me. You guys being like, so she watches, so be really nice about her. No, it's really funny, but I think she's putting it on at certain points to protect herself in this environment.
Queen and saying that she's fake.
Well, yeah.
So you think Nehellenia's a creep? You think she's an ungrateful cow? You think that she didn't deserve the makeover win?
Well, the ungrateful cow is Tessa.
Oh yeah, that's
now clock that tea. No, I think she's doing it to like protect herself and be like, I do this too sometimes where I just act a little stupid to protect myself from failing. It's true, you do it sometimes. So I do think, yeah. But she did great. I love her.
Is that why you pretended like you didn't understand the makeover challenge? Oh.
Yeah. Is that what you did throughout the season of Drag Race Germany?
Now, both of you need to calm down, first of all. Let's get that together. Second of all, I did not act dumb in the makeover challenge. I was dumb. I was just stupid to do that. But I looked gorgeous.
You did. If literally, I always say this, and I actually think I made a TikTok about this too. I always say that
I just remembered her
the
makeover
added challenge. If they didn't have that part of the challenge that was like, oh, dress up with this specific outfit or whatever, whatever it was called, you probably would have won that. Like that, you did an amazing makeover. You just like forgot the garment.
Yeah. Yes. No.
Oh, the dreidel. What was it called?
What's it called?
The dirndl.
Dirndl. What is it?
Dirndl. And dirndl.
Oh my god! I just remembered. Okay.
Yeah,
that was really. Yeah, it was really weird. I was really done at that time. These Amazon dirndl that they gave us had almost no fabric in them at all, and I had these beautiful looks that I had for this. They didn't tell us where to make a challenge, but I brought like stuff, and then I was like, "So can we use our own stuff?" And they said, "Yeah, absolutely. Like you totally don't feel like you have to make anything. This is so fine. Just stuck a little, as long as there's a little fabric of it on there, it's fine. It doesn't matter." And I was like, well, great. And I was on the main stage, and they did not say the same thing to the judges. So I was like, oh, I thought this was just like a gimmick and
It was a
not.
suggestion.
Yeah, like it needs to be somewhere, but it doesn't really matter. Well, it did matter a lot. It was really stupid of me. Yeah, whatever.
So
yeah,
Herbert is
Nehellenia,
to blame.
Who?
Herbert.
What'd you say?
Wasn't that his name? The
Oh yeah,
guy
yeah.
always talk to.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Keep up, Belakboy. Keep up.
Herbert was female.
Herbert is a lady?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Diane Brill is a woman. No, I'm kidding.
Surprise.
Coming
But
back
sorry.
to Nehellenia.
Yes, Nirupam, please.
I thought Nehellenia was funny. I'm being biased. I thought she was fabulous when she did the Mario thing and hopped in the tunnel or whatever that is called. That was so funny. That was so funny. I liked it. I thought she used the stereotypes in a really good way and then called out RuPaul, which is why she didn't win this challenge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, do you think RuPaul even like clocked it?
No.
She
RuPaul
dumb.
even-
That clone is dumb, so
No.
probably didn't. So
Nehellenia, I just think Nehellenia was really smart with this. I think she's very good at kind of what's the word I want to use? I think she's very good at utilizing her weaknesses in a very funny way. I think Nehellenia knows that RuPaul and Michelle Visage are probably only going to respond to the stereotypes of Italy, and so she knows that that's probably the best way to get ahead. And I think in addition to that, I think she also knows that she's not the how do I say it? Like I think she knows that she's not the best English speaker there. So she kind of knows that's how like the best way for her to sort of excel in these challenges. And I think she's been very smart and very strategic in that way. And I think that it's been proving to be very successful because she absolutely ate this challenge. Like it was so funny where she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the most famous Italian character," and then Michelle was like Madonna. First off, Madonna of all people, and then she's like Mario. It was like, I think she's like really, really like utilizing a lot of these things to like help her move ahead in the competition, which I really appreciate.
Yeah. Oh, she's my winner. I'm gonna say it right now. To me, she won this season. And even if she doesn't get to win, I don't know. She has won in the heart of the fans.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's worth much more. Not 200,000 worth, but a lot.
I wonder if there like is going to be like a congeniality prize, and there's like, oh my god, did I just see the wig? Girl, we have to talk about this wig. Girl, click the thing. We have to
Thought about a time. Raven.
Ravine! How dare you mispronounce Ravine's name? My contribution to the Drag Race world is Rupali Chatterjee and Ravine.
Yes, I love that.
Oh my god, this wig! This looks like a wig that Nikita Vegas would wear.
Absolutely, immediately. She probably made it,
and
she has worn it. I love when RuPaul experiments. I think that back in the day with Matthew, there were a lot more times where they really like tried out things and different hairstyles and different like things about the styling. And I love when Raven gets RuPaul to just do something crazy and kooky, like out of the box. So yeah, I love it. Come on, RuPaul, slay.
No, she's kind of serving here. I gotta be honest. Like, I'm sorry. I'll say it.
Yeah, it looks like
It looks like a furry penis.
Like
Well,
I was gonna say umbrella, but all right, yes.
Someone is wearing like a fuzzy pant, and it's like the fuzz is stuck on the shaft. So it's like,
all right, Ms. Nero, go ahead.
I
love the earrings,
also
by the
see
way.
the vision, but
I love these earrings
and
so
thank
much.
You, Metamorkid, for changing the topic.
I was just Every time I saw her, I was mesmerized by the earrings. I don't know what it is about them, but every time they just mesmerized me. I love them. And is this a perfect segue to go into? I'm actually launching an earring collection. Hi, everybody. So when this comes out, my earring collection is already available online at ricardo-style.com. I already did one a year ago for Drag Race, but I'm going to do another one right now for my new project, my solo show, Richtig und Falsch, Right and Wrong. And it is available online now.
Wait, you're serious?
I am.
Oh,
I completely am. Maybe
I thought it was like a bit. Oh, okay.
No, it's not a bit, baby.
You better work. You better work, girl.
Okay.
You better work, Diva.
I have to selfie. Maybe I have to.
You actually kind of gagged me. I was not expecting that.
Yeah, go buy.
Yes, please buy my earrings. Thank you.
All right, shall we talk about the runways?
Please. This is my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing about Drag Race is the runways.
The runways? All right,
absolutely.
The runway theme this week was Star Trek, Queens of Outer Space, or something like that. Before we get started, first, I have to say, can I be honest? What a random theme. What a random runway theme to do before the finale. Like, I understand they want to do I understand they want to do the Star Trek Paramount Plus partnership, but it's this is the second to last episode before the finale.
Yeah.
Why is this the final runway? You know what I mean?
I agree. Paramount Plus fucked up drag.
And that's why Germany isn't getting a second season right there. So up first on the runway, we have Alyssa Edwards. Metamorkid, please tell us your thoughts.
Honestly, I love this look. It looks so expensive. I love how shocked you are all the time when I love something. I like it a lot. To me, this is a trend that I've seen in this entire season, is that the girls wear corsets, but they don't close. The corsets don't do anything to the body. They just on the body, but it doesn't cinch them. And I think this look, if it was a corset that cinched her, would be so fierce. I'm gonna sound like Violet Chachki, but I just want to see a little bit in the middle. It's very straight all the time with all the girls.
So you agree that Athena's body wasn't feminine enough, and you would have sent her home first?
Well, yes.
You heard it here first. Metamorkid said, if you're not doing body, you're not doing drag.
I'm the perfect person to talk about that. Never padded in my entire life. No, it depends on what your drag is. But if you wear a corset, like she's wearing a corset right now, I just don't see the point of it not cinching you. It just doesn't make sense to me. It just makes it look better. That's all I'm saying. And her, Queen, and Kitty, the three of them, all of their looks are very straight, so I don't like that. This is expensive. Baby, she paid a lot of money for this. She paid a lot of money for all of the things she brought. Do I like the headpiece thingy? No. Am I kind of over the same makeup every single week? Well, you had the same makeup on the runway every single time.
Well,
girl, look how orange you fucking look. That was literally her. Yeah. But she looks gorgeous.
She does.
So would you give it?
What is it? It's the Clover or the Hoot?
It's Clover and over.
It's a Clover, but not a strong Clover. You know what I mean?
All right, Nirupam, please let us have it.
This photo is killing me. What is this pose? It makes it look so weird.
Two words: phone home.
Poor Kiki. I think the bottom half is too empty. And it feels like the top half is so heavy, and then the bottom half is so empty. I feel like it feels incomplete to me. She looks beautiful as always. Don't like the headpiece. Like you said, I don't. I think that Alyssa has had better runways. This is not
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's the category, but this is not particularly like final sort of runway worthy. I know there's
Mhm.
going to be like a final runway, but like it's like semifinals. I don't think this is worthy of that.
Yeah.
So I didn't love it. I will give it like a soft Clover.
Okay.
I didn't love it.
Yeah. I see. It's just, for me, it's tough looking at this runway because quite literally, like 3 months ago, we had Vanessa Vanjie Mateo wear a pretty similar look on that Pearl runway on All Stars 9. Obviously, it's not like the same look one for one, but we do see a similar silhouette with the big silver neck piece, sort of, and like then the short corseted body. Like, I don't mean to compare the two drag artists though, but I think when we're looking at the looks that are like, they are admittedly quite similar.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the first thing that comes to my mind. But I do think that this is good.
Plastique Tiara had fucked up drag.
after Plastic Tiara, every single runway to me is bad forever.
Yeah, yeah, truly.
Wow. Fuck Nehellenia. That's what you just said right now. Because last week you were raving about her, and now all fake.
And did.
Everything just fake.
Listen,
Liar.
now that Nehellenia... Yeah, I'm Team Rue Girl in the finale, actually. But this look, it's not bad enough that I can give it an over. I'm going to give it a Clover. Yeah.
I just think like Alyssa's bar is like there.
I think they were always expensive.
Yeah. Like
they did cost money, yeah.
No, but it always looked expensive.
Yeah.
Sorry,
she paid people, but I don't think like she put her in it. Like I feel like the camera dress was more Alyssa than like this. Does that make sense?
Right.
Like,
I'm so sorry, but to this day, I'm obsessed with the camera dress, and everybody can fight me. I love the camera dress so much, and she ate that. Alyssa is just not one of those drag queens who is a very strong visual artist.
Yeah.
But she has an incredible team, and she knows how to market herself, and that made her one of the most successful people of the show. So, girl, go ahead.
Yeah.
Although I will say too, like, I don't even know if she's marketing herself well on this season, because have you noticed that she's like not posting about Global anywhere? Like, she made 2 posts on Instagram about Global All Stars. Like, she does not care, I don't think, about this season.
She climbed that tower to promote it.
Yeah, that was like, but I mean, like, since the season started airing, she hasn't really posted like anything. She's posted maybe 3 times. She posted something from her talent show. She posted the makeover with Eva and something else. I don't remember, but she's like not doing anything for the season online.
Probably hates the season like us.
Yeah, for her, it's probably just a gig. She does so much that it's just like, I did this one gig to get some fans, whatever.
Yeah, and you would do it for a check.
And then up next, we have Kitty Scott Claus representing the UK. Metamorkid.
Well, first of all, I want to say that her entire runway package was unfortunately, and this is no, I don't want to get on the hate train for her, because I think she's having a really rough time with this season, and a lot of it is not her fault. A lot of it is just that she unfortunately got an edit that is not very favorable to her character. But the runway package to me is genuinely so disappointing, knowing how much money they got to be on this season, and knowing that she's one of the UK girls. Like, you are you not friends with the fashion girls? Like, could you not ask them who did your dress, or like, you know? And it just doesn't
like
look
Ahura,
like, exactly.
Ask her. She's writing all those Instagram stories. She could have helped her sister out.
Did you see all that? Yes. Where Ahura was like, girl, this is
girl.
But it's true, and to me, it's like, I don't get it. You go on Global All Stars, and this is your runway package. And then I also talked to a friend of mine. I said, did she not have people in her team or like friends who were like, Mama, that's a mini dress. Like, like, it's not gonna cut it, but it did cut it for this season. Thank God for her. But what I would do is I will call Crystal Versace and I'll be like, girl, what do I need to do to like elevate what I'm doing right now for
Yeah.
just the show. You don't
Yeah.
need to change your drag.
And even like the thing too, I would say, like, obviously at this time, Kitty Scott Claus was a big girl. Like she
Yeah.
had big shoulders, big no, but no, I think like there have been very fashionable people, like very fashionable,
Like Lawrence
bigger
Cheney.
queens, like Lawrence Cheney,
Yes.
like Danny Beard. Like these are
Yeah.
like big queens that like have similar sizes to her that have very fashionable looks, and I feel like they could call up those same designers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Like
Lawrence is a very good example of doing camp but fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like, oh, I'm so camp right now, and it's literally a mini dress. But like Lawrence, when she was camp, like it was gorgeous camp.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like there's a way you can be funny in your runway, but also make it look a little elevated. Unfortunately, like with Kitty this season, it wasn't that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And
So-
it's shocking to me that she survived both the design challenges.
No, what is shocking to me is that they don't tell her.
Mhm.
It's fine to tell her. Like the judging never said, well, girl, it's not really. I mean, they did tell her when she had to lip sync, but that was very late for all of the
9
stuff that she was
episodes,
wearing. Yeah, it took a long time for them to be like, actually, girl, this is cuckoo.
They'll always say, Kitty, this is so you.
But before we get into the detail, I loved her on her original season.
Yeah,
I absolutely loved her. I was such a fan of hers, and her ability stays. And I think she's still gonna be a great performer. And when you see her live, everybody go watch her live. She's still gonna be a great entertainer. This season just wasn't great for her showcase. Whatever. The look, it looks like a design challenge to me. Like she just made it in the workroom. The bust is weird. There's no waist. It's the slit is wrong. It looks like an upside down U. The sleeves look like an AliExpress sleeve that she just put something on. The collar is wonky. The hair is just not big enough. It's weirdly thin. It's not thick enough. It should be higher. It is. I don't get a new nail with it, and then a black pump. I don't.
Get her, Jade.
But love her. Sorry, this is my Violet Chachki moment. It got actually better when she took it off. No, it got worse.
So it's over?
God.
Now it's a Clover. It's not over, yes.
Oh my god. Nirupam, what are your thoughts?
This is probably one of the better Kitty looks.
No, absolutely, and I agree.
Yeah, like this is this is the. I mean, I wouldn't say the best because I don't remember anything else that she's wore. I don't know if that's a good thing. But it's like this might just be like the best she's looked. Like there's at least a concept here. Like there's she's trying something else, and it's not just relying on, oh, I'm so funny, look. I like that she thought of something for this. So for that alone, like I will say I liked it.
Liked it enough for a Clover?
No. I didn't say that.
Yeah. You got a great point. When she came around the corner, I said, oh.
Yeah.
This is good for you.
Yeah.
See, maybe that's her plan all along. Maybe she just wanted a whole horde of bad runway looks. So for the one time she actually did okay, we'd be like, okay, Kitty, thank you for trying. You know? That was her plan all along. But this look, I don't hate it. I think Kitty has had a grand total of like 3 good looks this season.
Name them.
So, okay, this is my hot take. I think her wind runway, the one where she was like giving bridal, I liked that one. Oh, I think that's pretty good.
Okay.
And then, hot take, I liked her cocktail dress that she made, the design challenge.
Which was the same as the reveal runway, but okay, I'll give you that.
Wait! Were the balloons?
What the fuck just happened?
What did you do?
Yeah.
I just didn't want it in a 2.
Oh.
Baby, I'm celebrating.
It's not happening for me.
Metamorkid is
No,
celebrating
it's
because Kitty had
racist.
one good look.
Baby, I had special effects. I'm so sorry to interrupt you while you were thinking so hard about the 3 good looks that she had.
What's the third
Yo,
one?
that was so funny. This one.
Oh, okay.
Good
Okay.
for Kitty. See, my favorite thing about Kitty Scott Claus too is that every time she turns the corner when she first walks onto the runway, she convinces me, she gaslights me into thinking it's going to be a really good look.
Yes.
Because she's so good at like presenting it at the start. Like for the wind runway, like when she came out and she had like her whole self covered, and I was like, oh my god, this is about to be amazing. And then she revealed and was like, oh, okay, well. You know, it's like I feel like she's so good at doing that for me, and I love that about her. And she did that here. Like I think she like really she convinced me for the first 5 seconds that this was going to be like a spectacular look, but it's a good look. I kind of liked it. I appreciated the vision. I say I'm gonna give it a Clover, a very soft Clover, but a Clover. And I feel like Clover would have given it a Clover as well. That's
Because this is exactly what Clover would wear on her season.
Well.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, up next, Kween Kong enter Metamorkid.
I like her.
Yeah.
I like her so much. And on her original season, I loved her so much. This is just like, girl, I don't even know how to put it into words. Like, it's a piece of fabric. It's literally a piece of fabric, and with a little belt and the gloves, and then you put on the Amazon little that everybody gets for Halloween when they want to have long nails. That the one you just put on.
Yeah.
Those shoes need to be burned. We need to get over these shoes. Drag queens need to start wearing these shoes. I don't get it. The slit is in the complete wrong spot. It makes nothing. It doesn't make any sense. The hair,
wow,
cool. It looks like a candle. And then the back thing, I was very impressed by. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we had you on, Metamorkid, because you're like sitting there, you're like, the slit is wrong, this is ugly, I hate the gloves, your hair is like okay at best.
I'm so sorry, but I just can't. It's just, I just can't. Yeah, and I will end my statement with, I love you so much, and I think you would be a lovely person. I heard only the best from you, from Tessa, and it's an over.
I agree with Meta. Oh my god, I quite wanted to say Clover. My bad, because I was.
Nearpalm was actually about to call you Yvonne.
No. Yeah, that happened to me before.
No, I agree with Meta. Like I like parts of it. I love the headpiece thing. The wig though, like the two hair strands just doing a split on top. It's kind of funny to me. But the dress. Why? I just I don't think there's a character in Star Trek who is walking around like this. Or like,
but like
no,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, so I don't know how much this relates to the universe, but
was it a Star Trek? I don't think it was a Star Trek.
I think
it was just
category.
like, oh,
but it was.
Yeah.
But like it was called Star Trek Queens in Outer Space. I think like the Star Trek was just a suggestion. It was more so about like, be a drag queen in space. You know what I mean?
Okay, so how is Kitty in outer space?
She was like a nebula, right?
Probably. I don't know.
They should the opportunity.
What about ALYSSA? She was a peacock.
But it was silver.
It's like it's vaguely science fiction.
Have y'all seen that video where it's like President Trump, come save us? It's like Pythia, come
President
save
Trump.
us. President Trump. It's like Pythia,
save us.
Save us.
But see, this is like what I'm talking about, where I think this is like such a bad category to have right before the finale. Because I'm like, this is like, I just feel like it's too pigeonholed, and I just don't think it ended up
Yeah.
working. I wish they had chosen a different runway package to be the one before the finale. I don't know.
I wish they would have just called it Judy Jetson Hooker
Oh, honestly.
and just
See, then
make
Kitty
fun
could have
of
worn a
the.
cocktail dress again.
Yeah. So you're saying with Judy Jetson Hooker? Yeah, it's a bit weird. But I actually, to be honest, I like this category. And did you see what the Canada Drag Race girl posted?
Pythia, yeah.
Pythia, yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Excuse me? Also, I'm
That's
so sorry for
iconic.
calling her the Canada Drag Race girl. Please don't come for me.
Wow.
I love her.
So we know that Metamorkid is not getting a call for Canada versus the world.
Yeah.
I hope so. I hope I don't get a call. No, I haven't been on Drag Race 5 times
Oh,
yet.
they don't call international queens. They just like Commonwealth. So it'll be fine.
Yeah, this look, I love it from the neck up. I really do. And
Yeah.
I wonder if Ivory Glaze made this wig as well. Because I know
Ooh.
Ivory has been doing like a lot of wigs for Queen
Yeah.
Kong this season, and they have all looked spectacular. I feel like, especially like, I feel like I've gotten to a point now where like when I see an Ivory Glaze wig,
Yeah.
it's like kind of like a Bunny B. Fly bodysuit. You know how like when Bunny B. Fly has like been on the runway so many times, like you know, like
Yeah.
oh, that's Bunny B. Fly. I feel like I don't know for sure though, but I think this is an Ivory Glaze wig.
I agree.
But
It's like
even
when
if
you
not-
notice they're in a cha-cha wig. Like it's yeah.
But even if this is not an Ivory Glaze wig, either way, I think this is a gorgeous, gorgeous wig. I love the headpiece, the rings behind her head. Yep. So
It looks
I had to
gorgeous.
say. I cannot find anything else to comment on. I'm gonna give it an over.
Love.
Like down. Next up we have Tessa Testicle. Metamorkid, tell us about your sister.
Love. I was not the overcoming in. I was fortunate enough to help her create her package for this entire season.
Did you help her with this
Really?
one?
Yeah. Well, no. And she had like a hairstylist from Vienna, and her promo look was made by a good friend of mine, Gerald, also a Vienna designer. And her earrings are from the same earring maker that has my earring collection that is out right now. I sound like RuPaul. Available on iTunes.
You sound like Shania Twain when she guest judged. Her whole thing was just promoting her album.
Yeah.
Oh
period.
yeah.
It is what it is. I think what she did was so smart because she got the call and she called me and she said to me, "Girl, I just want to look like you did on our season and I'll be fine." And I was
Yeah.
like, well, first of all, that's so nice. And second of all,
Yeah.
she got help. She was like, okay, I need people who have a team and have people to help me with my package. And
Right.
it showed. I think to
So
me, she
the-
had one of the packages.
So the Browntown runway was your fault. I see. I'm kidding.
It
Actually,
was
I don't know.
it was partially my fault, yes. But she made the best out of it.
Yeah. I actually like that look. I'm just kidding. But sorry.
You
continue.
do? Great.
I like
Yeah. Let us move on. This outfit was one of the few that I just said yes, I love the idea, but I did not really help with the designing process. And that happened with several of them. We just bounced ideas off of each other, and then I saw the final product as they were being made. I love this look. It's so great. And did you notice when she was holding the hand out during the judging to show that the nails, who my friend Taxidermia, my best friend, did? It's all people that are around me that created her package.
Oh,
That's so cunt.
Did you feel like very proud kind of seeing Tessa on here and seeing so many hands of people that you have known and worked with for a while, like kind of helping and uplifting helping and uplifting Tessa kind of with her runway packages? Did you kind of feel that sort of sense of like pride and like joy for Tessa seeing all these people work on this?
Absolutely. I think the key is for us to help each other out. And we all want each other to succeed in the best of our capabilities. And she deserves it so fucking much. So I'm so proud of her for what she did in this season and how she approached this. I'm going to say it again. This was 4 months after Tessa Testicle on Drag Race Germany. This is absolutely insane. And she was so smart to get all the people together. And yeah, I mean, the promo look alone, all of my favorite people worked on that, and they work on my stuff all the time. So it's just so great to see her like this. Yes. Love, love, love. It's a Clover.
Imagine Meta just said all that and said over.
Over.
Nirupam, what are your thoughts?
When she said she was channeling like Diane Brill, or I was like the hair, or like it kind of gives me that. I like it. I like because I think she said like Studio 60, like that vibe. Absolutely, this like galaxy version of that. I love it. I think she looks great.
Yeah,
like I'll give it a Clover.
Yeah, this is absolutely gorgeous to me. Like, I think I also really love, like, one thing I've been giving Tessa her flowers for about the season is her ability to like think outside of the box with the runways. When you hear like
Queens and
Outers, yeah. I mean, she had just because Metamorkid had all the ideas. Yeah.
No.
No, but it's like I think like she's been having a very unique perspective on a lot of the runway looks. For example, like Queens in Outer Space, the first thing you think of is just science fiction. Let me being an alien and blah blah blah. I think with this, she's like she's being more conceptual, and she's saying like I'm a goddess of the stars and the moon and whatnot. So I think that was kind of like a very unique way to look at this. And she looks gorgeous. This is ethereal. It reminds me a lot of that one runway that Vanessa Van Cartier did on Holland, where she was like part of the moon. You know, it's like
I think the same designer.
Is it really?
I think it's the same designer. I think it's a designer from Holland.
Well, listen, I see the vision because I love that look from Vanessa, and I love the look here. Like, this is a vision. This is an absolute Clover in all capital letters. I think this is actually my favorite runway look of the week. And then up next from Drag Race Italia, we have Nehellenia, Metamorkid.
It's a Judy Chatznooka.
Yeah.
we got it. I think it's super smart. I think that this is like the most... When I hear the category and I think like a drag queen is going to do this, do I expect exactly that? Yes. I think it's very on the nose in concept, but executed in a way that is just very her, very anime, very over the top, and great silhouette, great material choice. It puckers up at some point. It's not my favorite hair. But it's a solid, good look. I like it, but it's not my favorite. So it's still a Clover.
I'm gonna continue my streak of giving Nehellenia a Clover by giving this a Clover. I think she looks really great. I just like this sort of, it reminds me of season 3.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, which is why like I'm all for it. And also everybody went outside, like kind of outside the box. Well, I don't know about Kitty, but everybody else kind of went outside the box. We're trying to do different. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna stay in the box and I'm gonna do it really well. And so I love it. I think she looks great. This is a Clover.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I think you both said exactly what my thoughts are. I think Nehellenia really kind of powered through here by thinking within the box. I think, like RuPaul says, you ain't got to reinvent the wheel. You ain't got to reinvent the wheel.
Wheel's fine, girl.
The wheel's fine, girl. So I think she like kind of went with this like, very typical archetypal, Judy Jetson Hooker.
Wow.
My God. And I'm the native English speaker here. But I think she like added a lot of her like bright, vibrant colors that she's well known for. I think she did very well to bring Nehellenia to this look. So this is a Clover.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love it. Also, before we move on from the runway, I'm so happy. Well, I'm not going to compliment them, but them posting the runways, thank you. Official account. You're lazy asses. You all better get to work. Like, get your fucking ass up and work, because never posting any runways. It's like I have to scour the internet to find even a screenshot. Why?
No,
this is why y'all lost the Emmy. I hate it. Either do it and do it good, or don't do it at all. Even UK, which is one of the most like $2 budget, even they post the runways. Like, come on. Holland used to do it, and Fred Van Leer looked like shit. So it's like, come on, do it. Rita Baga, like, come on. Piss me off.
God.
I have some
This
full-on
is why I
tea.
haven't.
Oh, please tell us.
I have some tea about Drag Race Germany. We
Uh-oh.
actually had to shoot, not using,
Uh-oh. No,
we had to shoot our looks every single time. We took photos with our looks before the runway every single time. Like you saw in Mexico in the end, they always had these like things.
Mhm.
They apparently lost these photos. So we never got, like, they never were used. The
Girl.
way that they stressed us every single time while getting ready that we need to take these photos before we go on the runway, and then they never used them. And Pandora lost a few of her runway looks. So she was desperately asking them for the pictures, and they were like, no. So we never got them. It was so weird.
Just, oh my God,
God.
hire me. Just give me a laptop. I will keep everything safe. Like, I'll work for cheap. It's so, just give me a picture. That's all I care for.
So after Untucked, which there was nothing really notable to talk about in Untucked, we get back to the main stage and we find out that the winner is...
So you think Tessa's emotions are nothing?
Oh, exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. I see how it is.
That's okay. It's Tessa Testicle.
I think Tessa saw the writing on the wall at that point.
Yeah.
She was like, I have no chance at all to stay here, no matter what I do. So she was just, but it was really happy. I think she was really like, genuinely like, girl, I'm fine. I'm going to do a great show and then I'm going to be eliminated no matter what I do. And go home and say, bitch, where you people at?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think that she kind of knew where she was in this competition at that point. Like, I think she saw the Queen and Kitty ahead in the track record, and then the Nehellenia's the underdog, and then ALYSSA obviously is ALYSSA. So I think she probably knew where she was, and I do think that is unfortunate. That's kind of was the fate that was sealed for her. And we kind of see that come to fruition back on the main stage. And before we get to the lip sync with Tessa and Queen, we do find out that Alyssa Edwards is the winner of the challenge. And did we agree? Did we disagree? And what are your thoughts?
I don't agree.
Who would have won? Nehellenia?
Nehellenia or Kitty?
Nelly or Kitty, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Mhm.
But if Kitty didn't have those 3 wins before, Kitty. But since I know what I know, Nehellenia.
Yeah. It would have been more interesting to give it to Nehellenia to make it a more even playing field for the 3, like for them 3.
Yeah.
But now they chose to give it to ALYSSA probably to like even the way to her crowning, potentially.
Yeah. Also,
We'll
every
we'll find out in 2
Versus
weeks.
the World finale has been lip sync for the crown, like a SmackDown. So Alyssa gonna eat. So they know, I guess. So
I don't know. If Kitty Scott Claus pulls out a microphone, it might be over for the other girls. So then, of course, we get to the bottom 2 of Kween Kong and Tessa Testicle, and they lip sync to a song that I do not remember. I completely forgot. Sorry, guys. Unprofessional, I know.
It was like an iconic song. Leave me this way.
Oh, it was How Will I Know That He Really Loves
No,
Me?
shut up.
I say a prayer with every heartbeat.
Was it Leave Me This Way?
Hold on. Wait, I'm getting there. It might have been.
If I could turn, it was that. Back time.
Yeah, Don't Leave Me This Way. Yeah. Okay, let me start over.
No,
So
don't cut all that. My singing abilities needs to be showcased.
I'm so glad somebody thinks so. So then we get to the bottom 2 of Kween Kong versus Tessa Testicle, and they are lip syncing to Don't Leave Me This Way by Thelma Houston. What did we think about this lip sync? Do we agree with the winner? Do we agree with the eliminated queen?
I'm going to be so for real right now.
Be real.
Tessa.
This is your moment, have it.
Tessa absolutely won this.
Oh, wow.
To me, I think Tessa won this lip sync. Oh, wow. To me, she won it. And to the comment section on Instagram, she also won it. Of course, we are at a point at the competition where it's less about the lip sync and more about what you did this entire season. And there was absolutely no way after Queen did so well this entire season that they were going to send her home. And also, she's an English-speaking Ru girl, so she has plot armor. But I think Tessa can.
So that's
be
how
so
you stayed
proud
over
of
Kelly Hilton.
Oh, well, yes. Well, yes. I think that Tessa can be so proud of herself that is her leaving in the same outfit as she left on Drag Race Germany, by the way.
Yeah.
That's so iconic.
I think that's why she knew.
Yeah, she knew. She was trying to
But
make
for
a
me,
moment.
it's the fact that she even brought that outfit at all. Like, that was iconic to me. Like, I was so obsessed with that. Nirupam, what did you think?
I thought I thought it was very close. And when like the covering of it all happened, but Queen did it first. But I think when Queen did it, she moved so it looked like she was just passing through. Even though the intention was definitely to like obviously cover her and grab the attention. But I think with Tessa, she kind of lingered. Like she just stood in front of Queen, so it looked even worse than
it was
how
very
it was.
it was very like Sipario in front of
Yeah.
Galore on Italia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because of that, I think towards the end, Tessa kind of lost steam for me because Tessa was really emoting every word in the lyrics. Like she was really, and I thought fully, I was like, oh, Tessa's going to take this. But then I think when that happened, it slowed that momentum a little bit. And, obviously when you put the Kitty confessional verse, like, you shouldn't do that, that is rude, that definitely added to the whole thing. But I think both of them did it. It just, they chose to highlight one more. And because of that, I think the steam was lost. I will say Queen won this, but I definitely think Tessa was also really, really great. Like her emoting every word of the lyrics, like really well done.
Yeah. When we reach these points where it's like a queen with a really good track record versus a queen with not so good a track record who might have done better in the lip sync, I think in that scenario at this point, especially top 5 of all places, the queen who had the worst track record, has to like really blow the other girl out of the water in order for it to work at this point in the competition. I think it was too close to call.
Like Jujubee Pandora Box.
Exactly. Like Jujubee Pandora Box, like Vanity Milan, Scarlet Harlot, like that. It has to be complete blow them out of the water situation. But I think Queen did good enough here. Even though I don't think she did better than Tessa in the lip sync, I think she did good enough here to warrant her staying. But I think that influence was more so manifested by A, the rude girl favoritism, and B, Queen's track record, Yeah. But that's kind of just the state of the competition at this point in Drag Race. That's kind of my little conspiracy theory about that.
No, I think I'm absolutely biased because I just love her and know her, and of course when you watch your friend lip sync, you're like, God, you ate that,
and she did,
and she did eat it. I think she would do great, but of course there was no way in that she was ever gonna stay. So
with that in mind, then we do have to say goodbye to Tessa Testicle, and I just kind of want to say that I've loved Tessa even on Back on Germany. I've loved Tessa since Drag Race Germany, and I think watching her kind of come back in this new sort of fully formed Tessa Testicle 4 months, especially after filming Drag Race Germany, like you said, Meta, it's just so wonderful to sort of see her kind of blossom like this in a scenario, even if she had kind of like a 3-week bottom streak. I think she should be really proud of the work that she did here and making it all the way to the top 5. I'm just so happy for her and grateful for her that she kind of had this experience and opportunity. What are you guys' thoughts and final thoughts on Tessa Testicle as she sachets away?
Well, first of all, I hope that people get to understand and see that maybe Germany has a lot more to offer than they think. I think we're one of the seasons that are the most overlooked in the entire franchise. And she is one of the early outs of our season, and she's doing this well with almost just finalists in the show. Yeah. She can be incredibly proud of herself. She did so well. Reintroducing herself, also not taking Drag Race too seriously, which is a feat that is very, very difficult when you're in there. And I think she's going to have a great career off of this. I hope, at least. And I think she might open doors for a lot of wild casting choices now that we might not have expected before.
The
Anthony in a
Gia Gun
nutshell.
of Germany.
Well, not Antonina Jancho. Worst track record of all time. Let's go.
Indigo.
Best track record of all time.
Yes, sorry.
Indigo. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I love you, Indigo.
Almighty Aphrodite.
Wow.
Like,
I don't know who that is either. Love you.
wow. Somebody didn't watch
Wow.
Sweden.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but out of the Paramount seasons that came out in 2023, I thought Germany was my favorite.
Oh, it was the best of all three. It was the best of all three
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah, my favorite. But...
I think we just
and it wasn't because of you, by the way. Just letting you know.
No, I know. Thank you.
It was all because of Giovanni. How do you say it? Him.
Gianni?
Giovanni. What I would say is Giovanni. No, that's it.
Giovanni.
What is his name?
Gianni.
Okay,
Gianni.
yeah.
Oh, not.
I just let people always say Giovanni because I find
Also,
it really
Barbie
funny.
Breakout. Barbie Breakout is oomph. I love her.
Oh, does she
She's
follow you?
oomph?
Yeah, she's oomph. I love her.
Oomph.
Iconic. What is oomph?
Oomph is OOMF. That is one of my followers. So, like, when you say that's oomph, like, Meta, you are oomph to me. You're one of my followers, and like, you're like
also...
a mutual. Oh my god, Nirupam, did you have any final thoughts on Tessa Testicle?
I mean, I really like Tessa in her original season. I mean, I'm one of the few people who watch Germany, so I knew who she was. And watching her here has been really fun. Like, I think she came in very sure of how she wanted to present herself. Like, that she had the joke, the humor, everything. She's very likable. Like, I think she's gonna have a great fan base ahead. Like, I already has it, so I think it's gonna be even bigger. She's gonna get bigger and bigger. Look how Nehellenia is riding a bike, right? And everybody else is either like in a fighting position, doing something. But Nehellenia is riding a bike. In Wizard of Oz, the witch, the bike, and she kind of was seen as a villain throughout the season by the other girls. The layers.
Yeah,
because Dorothy saw remember the neighbor was the one riding the bike, and she saw her as a wicked witch.
Yes.
In her
fantasy. You should get together with the drag detective. I think you would really
I'm
get
better.
along.
I am like drag police station. I am like the whole thing.
So, after the elimination, we finally know our top four of Alyssa Edwards, Kitty Scott-Claus, Kween Kong, and Nehellenia. Top four. What are our thoughts? Who do we think is going to win? Metamorkid, start us off.
My wish for winner would be Nehellenia down. It's such a great storyline. It would have been such a well-crafted storyline, but I don't think she's gonna win.
Yeah.
I think that they're pigeonholed themselves into thinking that we are so obsessed with these Ru girls because they have been on the RuPaul's Drag Race, and that is the only real drag race. I think they have now kind of pigeonholed themselves into, well,
yeah.
Actually, these girls, okay, cool.
Yeah.
RuPaul judged you. Good for you. It's difficult to say. I think that Alyssa is gonna win.
I think so too.
Because she probably had a contract that said that. But I could also see Queen winning this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Fuck so everybody but Kitty. Wow. Sorry. No. I really don't know.
I think Kitty fully deserves this. She has been just phenomenal throughout the season. Every runway has been fantastic. Her snatch game, fabulous. All the wins deserved. So I think like Kitty definitely 100% should win. On the same vein, like Alyssa, Queen, Nehellenia, they have been just flopping every challenge. Hate it. It's like disgusting, filthy. Ugh. So yeah, I think it's Kitty's gonna win. Should win. Deserve 100%. UK.
Did you see the beginning of it where I was like,
what is it? How do you say it? How do you say it?
colonization?
No,
Colonization?
colonialism.
Colonialism.
Wins. We support. I'm Team Nehellenia. If Nehellenia is not going to win, then I'm Team Queen. Because I love Queen, but I said it before too, Down Under is a broke franchise. That is a $2 budget and a dream and a duct tape franchise. And I love when a franchise like that wins. So I'm definitely that. UK is also a duct tape kind of season where they don't even get prize money. At least now they do, but I have a personal vendetta against UK, so like Drag Race UK. So I'm not happy about that. And also Drag Race US is boring. Like if you Drag Race US wins, then that's boring. So for me, it's Nehellenia. If not, then Queen.
I am definitely Team Nehellenia. Like point blank period. I'm sorry, I'm not even considering the other three.
Wow.
I want her to win, and I honestly think she might win. They kind of like,
I hope so too.
yeah, but I will say, I kind of said this like last week too. I think I have to be honest. I think no matter who wins, it's actually not going to be a good thing. If Nehellenia wins, then that's going to open up a whole lot of hate to Queen and Kitty, because they're going to be like, yeah, fuck you guys. See, Nehellenia won the whole thing. If Queen or Kitty won, then they're going to get also a hate again and be like, you robbed Nehellenia, like you guys are horrible, blah, blah, blah. If ALYSSA wins, then everyone's going to be like, oh, it was made for ALYSSA to win since the beginning anyway.
Yeah.
You know, I think no matter who wins, it's going to be not good. I think Nehellenia or ALYSSA winning would be like the least harmful, if that makes sense. But I don't know.
Which is why I think they should bring Peach and crown her.
With the sword on her head. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that this season is going to go down as one of the bottom bucket seasons that we've had in ever. And I hope that this doesn't hold them back from doing another one, because I do like the concept of this season so much. And it got hyped up so much. And I also love that international girls get represented on the official RuPaul's Drag Race Instagram and really like get that platform. I just wish it would have been more American Drag Race vibes and less Mexico, Germany, and Brazil Drag Race vibes. And I hope that they are going to do a second season and just try again and be like, okay, let's not be so crazy about who we think needs to succeed and blah, blah. And you talk about this all the time, the both of you. I just want the Drag Race producers to chill a bit and not try so hard to make a queen's path the perfect path and she needs to be great. Just let it play out, and you can do subtle adjustments and it will be fine, and you will have the winner that you need. But I feel like in the recent seasons, there were always winners where it was like, okay, they needed to almost protect them from doing bad.
Look at the season with Bianca. Like, we knew sort of that Bianca was probably going to win, but Courtney Act also got moments to shine. Adore became such a superstar. Darian got 2 wins. Ben de la Creme got 2 wins. Like, it was so distributed in a way where it's like everybody got a moment to shine. So it like everybody got some type of moment, which is what I think Global All-Star should also establish is everybody's just gets. Also, All-Stars 9 had no business being a non-elimination season. This should have been a non-elimination season.
And I'm
true.
And also, like, Meta, I'm so glad that you brought that up too, because I feel like, you know, you said it perfectly. It's like I feel like the producers kind of want to protect some of these queens they want to win, but I promise them, like, if they just let things play out naturally, the fans will respond to that. Like, I always say, like, Drag Race Mexico, Christine Peralta could have won on her own without like the 5 win, you know, like Petita could have won España 3 on her own without protections. Like, I think if they just let it I think if they just let it play out on their own, it will work out the way it's intended to. And I think if like they just did not favor Kitty or whatever, blah blah blah, I think people might actually respond well to her and like might actually want her to win. But I think they've kind of they wanted to do damage control almost, but it's kind of like worked against them. So I'm very glad you brought that up, because I think that is a very valid point to make. But
also, it doesn't help the season has been edited like a TikTok video. Like it moves so quickly that nobody gets a moment to at least be human. Like it's so we don't even know it. Like we didn't learn anything new about most of these queens.
Yeah, it's a bit. I don't understand why they go so hard on this. Like, Drag Race has always been produced, and they always, I think, knew who was gonna be in the finale and who had this and who was gonna be public. Always, but now it feels so. Sometimes, and I love Drag Race, but it seems so apparent. I watch one episode of a season, and I know who's gonna win. If you win the first challenge, you're probably gonna win. Like at this point, we have
like watching Drag Race Germany. As soon as I saw Meta, I was like, I know she's not gonna win. So it's kind of like
no, but it's it's true. It's the same thing. It's like you give her. Pandora has gotten the edit from the very first episode of she was walking in with epic music and oh my god, she's arrived. Then she did incredibly well and won the first mini challenge. Then she won the first challenge. You know, they were building her up, and we knew by episode 4 that there's no chance in hell that anybody else was going to win. And I know that the same thing counted for Brazil and Mexico. They chose their winners before. I assume, I don't know that. That's a conspiracy theory. I don't want to like go on a limb and confirm that. But I think they've chosen, and then they need to protect those individuals. And I think that Pandora was absolutely capable of winning this season without them pushing it.
Yeah.
Love to the world. And also, if you're the girl that gets the favoritism, girl, I would live. If I was getting all the wins and being protected, I would be like, you suck, girl, you suck.
If Metamorkid is the protected queen on Global All-Stars 2, then we're cheersing to that. Hello.
Please.
I think that what they should do is like, I don't know, All-Stars 11, All-Stars 12. Don't do like an All-Stars, don't do an American All-Star season. That should just be Global All-Stars. You know, like that's just like their Global All-Stars 2 is just fly them out to the Hollywood studio. Don't even do the Columbia studio. Don't make it its own show. Just make it an All-Stars 11 or whatever. I think that could help a lot, actually, just even that environment change, but I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, I think it's just a visa problem.
Oh, yeah. And then next week, right before the finale, all the eliminated girls are going to be coming back to participate in a lip sync Lollapalooza for 50,000 American dollars. Who do we think is going to win?
I'm Team Tessa, always.
Mm-hmm.
She deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Vanity because of the way like we've been building it up. Her like winning all these lip syncs. She's a lip sync assassin. I think it's going to be Vanity. I want it to be Ava.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
because I like Ava.
Yeah. Is she a great lip syncer?
No, but
no.
You know, I want her to. Well, to be honest, we've only seen her lip sync once or twice.
Yeah.
So
twice, yeah.
You know,
but 3 times, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's not the dress, it's her.
I think Pathia's gonna win.
Oh, exactly.
No.
But I think if we have to be honest about lip sync skills, I think the 4 best are probably Vanity, Tessa, Gala, and Soa. So I think it's gonna be one of those 4. For me, I would love to see Soa. Yeah. For me, I would love to see Soa Demuse walk away with $50,000. She's one of my favorite queens of all time. So I would really like her to win, but I think it's going to be Vanity. Maybe Tessa. I don't know. But
poor Miranda, Athena. We didn't even say their names. I'm gonna say.
By the way,
I think Miranda and Athena are gonna win.
Okay.
Good. Great. Did I never talked about this. Soa and me used to work at a burlesque show together years and years ago, before we both were on Drag Race, before she was on Drag Race France. And we were backup dancers.
Oh.
Really?
We were backup dancers together. It was really funny. And now we're both Drag Race queens. It was in Vienna. That. It was called the Boylesque Festival. And I think she did a solo number too, because she was like, you know, she's a bit older than me. But like she was more established, I would say.
So basically, started from the bottom. She's there. You here?
Purr. Honestly, period.
Oh my god.
I'm about to back up dance for Zoa now. Damn.
Oh my god. Okay, and so with that brings us to the end of another episode of Global All Stars. Thank God. But first off, I want to say, Metamorkid, thank you so much for joining us here today. We really appreciated you taking the time out of your day to come to.
Oh, wait!
I've unlocked another one.
Oh my god! How did you? What?
Yeah.
Honestly,
What?
period.
Girl, work. Yeah, work.
Oh, are you guys on your phone?
No.
I'm on my
not
phone.
on my phone either.
On my little MacBook.
I'm on my phone, but
That was so fabulous right now. I love that. I loved everything about it. Do I answer?
Oh.
No.
But no, seriously, thank you so much for joining us with the balloons now. Okay.
Yes.
But we really appreciated you coming on to this show and discussing this episode with us. And I just want to ask you, like, where can our watchers find you? Where can we find you online? Do you have any products that you would like to plug today?
Well, you can find me on Instagram and everywhere else at Metamorkid. That's METAMORKID. I have the premiere of my own solo show next week. I don't know when this is coming out, on the 19th of October. A horror. So with that, I'm going to launch a few very interesting things. So look out for that one. And the thing that is out right now is my own earring collection. So you can get it online right now. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. I'm genuinely such a Drag Race fan. I love Drag Race, and I watched like Belakboy's YouTube videos, and I watch all your TikToks of both of you. And I'm obsessed. I'm so thankful to be here. Drag Race is fun, and I think I'm also gonna take this time to just say it's supposed to be fun, and don't take it too seriously. And if you comment on Queen's post that their looks are shit, like actually like bully them, stop doing that. We're just talking about the thing that they're presenting in the terms of a TV show. They are all incredible artists, and they all deserve respect from all of us. This is just a TV show. Let's get off our high horses with this.
Yeah,
exactly.
all
Even
incredible.
Me too.
Yeah. They're all incredible, and then there's Meta.
The way you keep trying it, girl.
We have fun here, we promise.
I love kicking people when they're down. And I look at you and I'm like,
baby, I'm not down. Baby, I'm not down.
I don't know, you were a little down at the finale crowning. I don't know about all that. But yeah, I definitely can say thank you so much for your kind words as well. I can definitely speak for myself when I say that I'm such a huge fan of yours. I was a huge fan of yours on Germany. Like, your art and your drag is just absolutely spectacular, and so I'm very grateful to have you on this show. Nirupam, I'm not so sure about, but
no, I genuinely really like, I really liked you on your season, and I've just been a big fan, and I mean, I'm so happy that you begged to be on here, because I wouldn't have thought to invite you. So I love that you put yourself out there. You know, it's nice.
Oh my God.
Girl.
No, but genuinely, like, from the bottom of my heart.
No, I appreciate it.
Who are you?
Thank you.
I can't help myself. I'm sorry. I love you. Like, I really do.
But Nirupam, where can we find you online?
You can find me at the farmers market at the Grove. No, I'm just kidding. It's HugeAsMammoth and Mammoth Kidman. And yeah.
What's a grove?
Oh, it's like a complex. Like, the Grove has like a collection of restaurants, and there's like a farmers market there. There's a movie theater there. It's like a little area. Like, it's a nice area.
It's like a shopping center?
Yeah. But it's like outdoors. There's like a fountain. There's a lot of white people just walking with their dogs. It's pretty fancy. I went there today to see Terrifier 3. So
I need to go to
Well.
America at a certain point. This all sounds so crazy.
Please.
DragCon LA.
Oh,
We'll see you there.
Yeah.
Well,
I will be there, so please. I'll take you to Cheesecake Factory.
I would love to. You know, I'd love to do the Olive Garden.
Oh,
It always sounds so good.
it's so good.
Girl.
I love it.
Love
Okay.
Olive
They're
Garden.
unlimited breadsticks and soup.
I would love to do
See.
that. Yes.
They're all over the country, so no matter where you go, there's probably one within a 10-minute drive from where
there's
your
literally
hotel
one
is.
here by my place. Like it's like 5-minute drive from my place.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, my name is Matthew, and you can find me on TikTok at Belakboy and YouTube at Belakboy. My Twitter. Maybe I should plug Clover Bish too, actually. And then my Twitter is it's Belakboy, and then Instagram Belak_Matt_ because I'm chronically online.
Well, nobody cares.
And this was your idea, Nirupam. First off.
Also, now that I have the opportunity, before we stop this, the way you always post TikToks and then you comment on your own TikToks 7 times.
Oh my God! Yeah,
is crazy. It's crazy. What's happening?
Okay, so it started like 2 years ago. There was like something I forgot to say in the TikTok, so I was just like, oh, let me comment it. And this was back on TikTok when you could pin comments.
Yeah.
So I would just always pin it. But then it became a thing where I would just like start commenting random things that I like start thinking of after I post it. But after a certain point, it was just sort of like my good luck charm. So every time I post a TikTok, I comment exactly 4 times. I comment 4 things under my TikTok. Then I close TikTok. I don't look at it for 30 minutes. It's like a good luck charm to like for my TikToks to do well for me.
Oh wow.
There was one time I commented though on my own TikTok like a minute after I posted it, and somebody responded and they're like, "Did you forget to switch to your other account to do this?" Because people thought I had like a fake account to like just comment on my own TikToks to boost engagement. It's like, no. It's just a stream of consciousness. All the comments in my TikToks are just like the people calling me stupid, the people calling me long-winded. That's all me, actually. But yes, again, thank you so much, Metamorkid, for joining us this week. And everyone at home, thank you so much for watching our recap of Global All-Stars. And we will see you all next week for the Lip Sync Lollapalooza.
This is the longest episode we've had. Bye.
Bye.